All right, so today I'm gonna be doing a massive Sephora try on haul. When the Sephora VIB sale, 20% off sale was happening, I actually wasn't planning on buying anything, and then somehow about 4 different Sephora orders happened. So here I am, making a video trying it all. Some of them are first impressions, some I've already been testing and kind of have my thoughts on, so you'll get a mix of both in this video, and we're obviously gonna be doing this makeup look. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do while you're watching, you can give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Anytime you guys thumbs up a video, it does help my channel out, so thank you. Let's just get into it. I am wired on Lucky Charms right now. General Mills sent over like a PR box with cereal, and it was honestly the best PR I've ever received in my life. And now I've been eating Lucky Charms every morning. Probably not the greatest. Okay, it feels like I haven't filmed a makeup video in here in a while. But I'm gonna start out with this new SPF that I picked up. This is the Sun Visor by Say. I think that's how you say the brand. It's SPF 35. This is a mineral sunscreen. A few of these things I picked up in-store Sephora, and then the others I did like a few online orders during the sale and afterwards. But this one I saw in store, and I picked this up because it's a mineral sunscreen, but it's slightly tinted, so there's no white cast. In one of my recent videos, so many of you guys told me that I wasn't applying enough sunscreen. So now I've started like doubling it. I don't know if that's still enough, but no wonder why I haven't been going through sunscreen very quickly. I put it on every day, but I feel like they're never in my empties videos. Okay, this one has a very interesting scent. It smells like dirt. Okay, it feels very lightweight and a little bit on the like serum side. So that tint is super subtle. Like I almost just think it's to cancel out any white cast, but it's not really, you know, super tinted. It is feeling a little bit on the greasy side to me. I like moisturizing and like dewy SPFs, but there's a difference between feeling a little bit greasy and oily and just feeling like moisturizing and kind of serum-like. This one does feel a bit greasy to me. I don't think I'm loving this. I'm gonna let this soak in for a few minutes though, and then I'll be back. But I do have on self-tanner right now. It's on like the 4th or 5th day right now, and hands are looking pretty patchy. I'm looking pretty patchy, so we'll see what happens with the foundation situation because I have shades that I don't know how they're gonna look. In a few minutes, this one has absorbed in a bit, but I feel like I'm still probably gonna be returning this one. It's just a little bit greasier than I like feeling, but I'm gonna go in with the Rare Beauty primer. This is their pore diffusing primer. This one I think came as, you know, the free like deluxe sample size or whatever. I don't find this one to be super blurring. I am testing a bunch of primers right now for a video that I'm working on, but this one out of all of them, and since I've been like comparing a bunch of them, I mean, I don't really find this one to be super blurring at all. It has a really nice consistency though. It just feels very nice and smooth. It doesn't feel like sick. It doesn't feel thick, silicone-y. I have 2 very slippery kind of products on my face right now. So again, I'm gonna let this soak in for a solid few minutes before I go in with foundation. Actually, in the meantime, I'll tell you a few of the other things that I picked up that I'm not gonna be applying today. This is the Bumble & Bumble Heat Shield Thermal Protectant Mist. And I smelled this one in store and it smelled so good. So I wanted to give this a go because I've been looking for a good thermal mist. This one says it helps prevent breakage, conditions, and reduces frizz. I used this last night in my hair and then I blow dried it with my Revlon one-step dryer. Much prefer using the one-step to the Dyson. If I want straight hair, the Revlon one-step works so much better for me. But for my hair, I feel like it's looking pretty smooth and not frizzy. It smells a little bit fruity, but still a little bit on the musky side. I got a deluxe sample size of the IGK Mistress Hydrating Hair Balm. I think out of all hair products, Amika and IGK have the best smelling scents. I usually love every single IGK scent, and this is no exception. It smells a little bit coconutty, so we'll see how this is. Haven't tried this yet. A scent that I did not like. I picked this up during, I think, the 20% off sale because I think Sephora products were way marked down, like Sephora branded stuff. So this is the Cotton Flower Bubble Bath, and oh, this smells horrible. Yeah, this smells like just straight up bathroom potpourri. When I went in store, got my birthday gift. This is the Moroccan oil. It's like a little trio. Speaking of hair, finally got the long barrel big Dyson Airwrap. I found the smaller one, the 1.2 I think it is, on Poshmark actually. It was brand new, and then this one, the bigger barrel one, I found on Sephora finally. I had like the notifications on. If you have longer hair, apparently the long barrels are a game changer because you're not just like wrapping your hair over and over itself. It can actually spread out and dry faster. It's supposed to be better. So it's been a few minutes. My face is still feeling pretty slippery right now, I think just from that SPF, but I'm gonna go in with the foundation. So I'm gonna use the LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation. This is cruelty-free and did I just say freaking? Vegan. This is one of the more affordable brands on Sephora. I have already been trying this one and I have my thoughts, but first let me tell you the claims. So it's 22 bucks, which is pretty good for Sephora, but comes in 35 shades with 3 undertones, light to medium coverage, skincare infused serum foundation. Pretty sure with my tanner happening, this is gonna be way too light today, but I have a powder that I'm also gonna try, and that I think is my self tanner shade. That's what I was going for with it. We're also gonna be trying liquid bronzer. Anyways, I'm going to bronze up my face. Don't worry if this is way light. Definitely gonna be way light. I'm gonna use my Haley's Beauty foundation brush and just go in. So the thing with this foundation for me is I think it looks very nice when I first put it on. I like how skin-like it looks. It's very dewy. It looks really nice when it first goes on, but this one on my skin just doesn't look good throughout the day. It starts really breaking down about 3 to 4 hours in. Tried it with different primers and SPFs underneath, and so far I can't find a good combo, but because I like how this one initially looks, I do want to keep trying to make this work and see if I can find a way that I like it. I feel like it has potential, just on my skin it hasn't been lasting well. Ignore my wrists. I'm trying out a different self tan right now, and this is the first time I'm seeing how it wears off, which is not great. I'm vlogging about it, so you'll hear all about it. I'm just taking my Koki sponge and smoothing it over. This one also throughout the day starts to just crease pretty badly on me right between my eyebrows. One of my all-time favorite concealers is the Kosas concealer, so I picked it up in the lighter shade 0.5N because this one is good when I have self-tanner on, but for my normal skin tone, 0.5 is actually really nice. This is one of the few concealers I can not set. I do think though, between this and the Hourglass Vanish, for full coverage concealers that I don't have to set, I do prefer the Hourglass. It holds up on me better throughout the day. I forgot to put eye drops in before filming, so my eyes are just gonna be red today. So the next product I picked up on Sephora is very interesting. I don't quite have anything like this. I have been testing this, and it's basically a liquid bronzer from Iconic London. This is in the shade Sheer Bronze. I don't know, man. I'm very torn on this product. It is extremely sheer. It does say it's sheer, but like, whoa, very sheer. But because I need to overall warm up and kind of darken my face right now, I am curious how this is gonna work in that way, because I've tried using it kind of more as just, you know, an actual bronzer, but I haven't really tried applying it kind of everywhere more to warm up my face. I guess it could be nice if you're not wearing any other makeup and you kind of just wanna warm up your face a little bit, but look super natural. I mean, that is warming up my face over there. It is a pretty small tube for, I think it's 25 bucks. So you don't get a ton of product. And if you're using it in this way where you're kind of, you know, applying it all over, like I wouldn't probably do that on a daily basis just because you're gonna go through it really quickly. But if you're in a situation like this where you're like, oh crap, my foundation's too light, you know, I guess if you had this laying around. I do like though that the consistency is very thin. So even though I'm going over a lot of my face right now, it's not really like adding a second layer of foundation. Maybe I just need a darker shade, but I've tried this on my fair skin too, and I don't know, I kind of was unimpressed. Is unimpressed a word? That sounded odd. I finally picked up the Rare Beauty Melting Blush. I picked up the shade Nearly Neutral because the one I really wanted wasn't in stock at the time. I got this during the sale. I'm not super stoked on this. Between this and the other Rare Beauty liquid blush, I 1000% want to reach for this over this one. I'm obsessed with the way the Rare Beauty Happy Blush looks, the formula, the color, the way it sits on my face. This is like my number one right now. I am going to add a powder bronzer to warm up my face even more, but right now I just want to go in with all of my cream products, and then I'm going to go in with powder. Usually I don't go in with creams and powders as far as like blush and bronzer. I'm just trying to put on as many products as possible for you guys for this video. But I love this brush for anything cream. It doesn't look bad at all. It looks very pretty. I guess I'm just not wowed by this one in the same way that I am fully wowed by this one. So if you just want one cream blush, Happy in this formula I think is the way to go. I forgot I also got this one to try. This is the Melt Cream Blush Light. I might be doing some layering right now because I feel like I have to try this because this had such good reviews, and I got the shade Polished. Looks pretty dark. Hopefully it kind of shears out, but I do want to try this, so I'm just gonna layer a little bit on. I'm gonna start out with just one tap because I don't know how pigmented this is. Ooh, I like that shade actually a lot. And sometimes if I like bring the cream blush too high, I'll just go back in with whatever concealer brush I used and kind of tap it out. Ooh, okay. That is pretty. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe I just got not a great shade of the Rare Beauty blush. Definitely has a glow. I mean, you can see when my face hits the light right there, but also that SPF was so glowy that I don't know what's what right now. Okay, I think it's powder time. I do want to try powdering my whole forehead today because I just want to try this powder, and also my forehead I feel like it's just looking super overly dewy right now. So I have 2 different powders that I picked up. This one I got for my like self tanner shade, which is in medium 4 golden. And this is the One Size by Patrick Starr powder. It's the powder foundation. It says it's medium to full coverage, helps blur unwanted texture, while controlling shine, buttery and buildable. I love the packaging. I feel like it's very unique. Here's the powder. But this is the Kosas Cloud Set powder, which I've heard such good things about. It says ultra soft, sheer setting and smoothing powder, unique airy texture, unreal finish that feels like nothing on the skin. This is in the shade Brazy. This will be like my normal kind of powder shade. I think I might try using this for under the eyes today and just see how it works on me as an under eye powder. For the under eyes, I'm gonna try using this with my Shop Miss A powder sponge that I love and just see how it goes. Powders on me are real hit or miss. Okay, that one did definitely darken my under eyes, which a lot of powders do, and I feel like it didn't really add anything good to my under eyes. Wouldn't use that powder again for my under eyes. It did darken it a bit. It's not looking horrible, but it's not gonna be my go-to for under eyes. But I kinda wanna put this one around my nose and see how it looks before I go in with the other powder. Okay, that did nicely kind of soften. I don't know, this shade might be too dark when I don't have tanner on because I feel like it's kind of darkening my face a little bit. I do want to try this guy on my forehead. I'm hoping this is going to add a little bit of coverage like it says and also get a soft matte finish. Ooh. Okay, so I obviously can still see a bit of a glow coming through, which I like, but it just kind of smoothed everything. I'm liking how that looks. I'm gonna add a bit more because I do wanna go in with the powder bronzer today on top. Now I'm gonna be too tan. I think those powders are doing something good. I like how everything's looking right now. If I was just doing my makeup normally, I would just stop here and skip on the blush and bronzer, but I do have other products I want to test. So I really want to try this. Is the Bare Minerals Faux Tan. I hope I picked up the right one. I tried to pick up the one that Jessica Braun was raving about, and I think this is it. Hopefully it's it. Actually, should I do my brows first? Let me put on brows real quick. For brows, I just used my Glossier Brow Flick in the shade black, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, black. Okay. I think I was trying to rob a bank right now, trying to get into this. This is obviously a loose powder bronzer, which usually I don't like because I feel like they can kind of stick weird. But we're gonna try this one out. I'm just starting with a little bit because I'm not sure how pigmented this is. And whenever I use a loose bronzer, I try and get it just like really evenly on the brush first. I feel like it's kind of sticking weird on my forehead. Can you see that? It's like not really blending out super well. I like the undertone this has. It has like a reddish undertone. Doesn't seem to want to blend out. I don't know what's happening right there. Maybe my skin was like extra dry right there or something, but we're just gonna cover that up with my bangs. You can tell because this brush is lighter, but see how loose powders just kind of unevenly get stuck in there? But let's try and just bronze up a little bit. Huh. Even down here, it's looking a little weird patchy. So for powder blush, I picked up this Natasha Denona Bloom highlighting blush. I feel like this was on major sale when I picked it up, and I think it had been in my loves list too, so I finally just bit the bullet and got it. I typically love highlighting kind of blushes, especially if they're super rosy. One that I'm really loving right now is the Bare Minerals Kiss of Pink Blonzer. I don't know why it's called a blonzer. It should be called a blylighter. It's more of like a blush and a highlighter mix than a bronzer. This is beautiful. If you like glowy blushes, you gotta try that one. This I was hoping was kind of similar, and it is very pretty. It's just extremely pigmented. I've worn this one probably like 8 to 10 times at this point, and you have to use a super, super light hand, but it is very glowy, very pretty color. here's what it looks like when it's like blended out. If I am using this, I like to use it on a bigger kind of fluffy brush. So I'm just gonna do the lightest one tap. And this is enough to go on both cheeks. I do like this one. Like, I am glad I got this. I just usually like blushes that are a little bit less pigmented so I can kind of work with it easier. For a highlighter, I picked up the Sephora Golden Hour in the shade Dusk. I'm always on the hunt for something similar, it's right here because I use it every day, to the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter in Be My Highlight. Just that super natural glow from within kind of look, and I thought this might be similar. I have tried this a few times so far. This is a pink toned highlighter. That is pretty. I feel like this looks a lot better though on this skin tone. How do I refer to this? My self-tanner skin tone than when I had fair skin, because I've only tried this so far without tanner on. I think this one was also like $5 or something, maybe $8 on sale when I picked it up. My face is glowy right now, so I'm not gonna do a nose highlight today. So far, I'm impressed by that Patrick Star powder. It's looking very smooth on my forehead for me with powders on my forehead. This is so far looking good. I've been loving the Laura Mercier Caviar Eye Stick in Vanilla Kiss for a primer. I didn't get any new eyeshadows on Sephora, and I've been wanting to try this ColourPop purple palette. This is Cashmere Forever. Hopefully these aren't limited edition. ColourPop, I feel like everything's limited edition. I just do fully matte purple. I'm gonna first go in with the shade Wanted right here. Ooh, oh my God, that is pretty. Very pigmented, and it's like a super pretty kind of almost periwinkle shade. This one actually I think applies better with a brush, which is rare for these kind of colors. But I just went in first with my finger and it didn't get as crazy as it is with a brush. I'm kind of just like in the one color. I was debating going in with Madison, but I'm really into this one shade. So I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. Wow, just realized I totally got an eyeshadow. This is the Kosas 10-second eyeshadow in the shade Globe. I think I heard Jamie Page raving about this. Whoa, this is super liquidy. But this got really good reviews on Sephora. Ooh, oh, that's pretty. It actually looks a lot more cool toned on my hand than it does in here. I thought it was gonna be more of like a copper, but I'm way more into this kind of like taupey shade. This reminds me of my Laura Mercier Intense Moonlight. I think I might put that right down here. Okay, that's pretty. Adds a little sparkle. I'm excited to put that one all over my lid because this kind of shade is totally what I go for. I decided to pick up two new eyeliners to try. One is a pencil liner. This is the Marc Jacobs Highliner. And I got this because of the Court Report. I'm pretty sure she's the one who always raves about this eyeliner on Instagram. And it's just a basic black pencil liner, but it's supposed to be very super black and super long lasting on the waterlines. And I also have been testing a lot of different eyeliners to smudge on the top that don't transfer up, so I'm hoping this one doesn't. Most of them do on me. Then I also picked up the Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes eyeliner. This is just a liquid liner that got really good reviews. Looks a little bit like an Apple pencil. What's happening here? I think my packaging was just a little flawed there. It wasn't screwed in, but it looks like it's a brush tip applicator, which I love over felt. So I'm gonna try this on the top first and then decide if I wanna do an eyeliner using the Marc Jacobs on the waterline. Super black, it's gliding on really nicely. It has a super fine point, which I'm liking. Okay, like the tip of this a lot. Ooh, that was nice. Very easy to get a wing. Ended up just going all out with the wings today, but I'm gonna put on kind of dramatic corner lashes. So far, really liking this eyeliner. I'm just gonna put on some of my Essence Lash Princess mascara. Even though I do really wanna try this, I really don't think black liner on my waterline today is the move. I think it's just gonna close everything off and be a little bit too intense. For lashes, I think I'm gonna put on these Ardell 232 Studio Effects. Lashes are on. I also put on a little bit of the BH Cosmetics Power Pencil in the shade Beige. I love this for the waterline. Then I put on a little bit of my MAC Extended Play just on like the outer third lashes to keep my eyes really open. But I think I actually am gonna try the Marc Jacobs liner just for tight lining, which I've been liking doing lately. I hate the angle you have to get in. It's like such an awkward thing to do, but here we go, I'm gonna tight line. Here's this side versus this side. It just kind of fills in any lash line that you might still see. Okay, I don't know if you guys can tell, but that went on very black. So I picked up 100% because of Katie on Instagram, Luster, still wanna say Luster Lux. When you think about it, how badass is it that her name on everything is just Katie. I saw her talk about this on Instagram stories one time. It's the Gucci lipstick in the shade Carol Beige 103. And this just totally caught my eye. I've never tried any Gucci lipsticks, but the shade of this, what it looked like on her stories, was super unique. Oh my God, this packaging is beautiful. But just look at the shade of this. I've only swatched this. I haven't put it on yet. And the Gucci imprinted on here, it's just so pretty. I'm like gonna have a hard time actually using this, but I love cool tone lipsticks, but this is probably the most cool tone one I've ever seen. So I'm really curious how this is gonna look on. I also picked up another one of my Sephora gel liners. This one's in the shade 02 Nothing But Nude. I usually like 01. This one's definitely much warmer than that lipstick. I think I might first go in with the lipstick with no lip liner and see how it looks. Then if I need to find something, I'll kind of rummage around. I'm excited. Why did I start with my top lip? I literally never start with my top lip. This is definitely very, very, very cool tone. It's almost like making my teeth look kind of blue or something. It looks pretty gray. I think I actually am gonna go in with that liner to warm it up a little bit. I'm just gonna, I guess, like blend these two together. Oh, that's helping. Okay, actually mixed. This is making a really pretty color. Okay, I think adding on that lip liner definitely helped. I think I like that combo. It's a good amount of cool tone nude without looking like totally gray, but this might be a really good mixing shade because sometimes I just want to make a lip more cool tone, and this, because it is so cool tone, I think would be a good kind of adjustment shade. But overall, I like how this look turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna have everything I used on my face today listed down below in the description box. I think the thing that I'm most shocked by so far is this powder. It's looking really good, and I was just curious, so I went on Sephora to read the reviews for this. I didn't read them before I bought this or tried it, and overall this seems to be getting really good reviews. There's a lot of people calling it like a magic powder, so I'm excited to keep playing around with this one. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.